At the turn of the century, the Disney Channel was on top.
Hit the right notes. Wait a minute at the time and place. Wait a minute, get my head in the game. Wait a minute, get my head in the game. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I gotta get my
High School Musical, don't we, Larry?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire, all those shows. They introduced us to Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Zac Efron, other young talents, many of whom became very high profile, and some even involved scandals over the years.
A new book shares some inside stories. It's called Disney High, the untold story of the rise and fall of Disney Channel's tween empire. Culture journalist Ashley Spencer wrote the book, and she joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good to have you with us. I got to say, you get sucked into watching those when your kids are at that age. They weren't horrible compared to some of the stuff we watched growing up. What was Disney's strategy going into this? How they wanted to be different and make their mark?
Yeah, Disney's strategy really completely changed around 2000, Y2K era with Lizzie McGuire and Hilary Duff. And they started to realize we can be not just a kids' cable channel, but we can have these marketable stars that are putting out music on Disney record labels, that are starring in movies for Disney in theaters, and that are on a ton of merchandise around the world.
So, we've seen this documentary from Nickelodeon about the dark side of something these kid stars went through. Demi Lovato did a whole thing about child stars and some bad times they had. What went on at Disney? Was it all good for the kids?
I don't think kids working in the industry is ever all good for the kids. It is an extremely high pressure career. Having fame at a young age is extremely traumatic. An interesting thing with Disney that's a little bit different from Nickelodeon is that Disney had this the specter of the legacy of the Disney brand that always hangs over everything. And so they were much more conscious of living up to that brand, making sure the kids were role models, and that extended to the showrunners and the people running the shows on set. So you see Disney much more willing to part ways with people when they crossed a line or when there was tension that maybe has allegedly not been what happened at other children's networks.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because we grew up, so many of the kids ended up, having problems in their personal life. And I would imagine a lot of that is driven by the parents as well. How did Disney manage the stage moms and the kids who were, and prevent kids from having problems?
Yeah, the parents are a huge part of this story. When you are a young performer under 16, a parent or guardian must be with you on set at all times within sight or sound. So when you're casting a kid on TV, you're also casting their parent, essentially. And so that's something that Disney was always conscious of. You see that play out in different ways depending on different families, and everyone is an individual. So someone who comes from maybe a more well-off family going into this that has the resources, that their lifestyle isn't changing completely because their child is on TV, that might be a little bit healthier dynamic than a kid who is suddenly the breadwinner for their family and their family's livelihood depends on that kid working. So it's a really tricky space.
So we know things go on behind the scenes. You make note that there was an instance, and I don't know if it happened more than once, where Disney manipulated footage to make one of the child stars look thinner. What does that do to a kid, and who was it?
Yeah, so that happened with Raven-Symoné, who was the star of That's So Raven. And that was an instance of she was a curvier teenager at a time in the 2000s when very much the standard was size 0, these, lithe Victoria's Secret models. Raven was revolutionary. She was one of the first Black female stars with her name in a comedy series title. So she was really breaking ground in a lot of ways. But Disney Channel did not really know how to fully handle that. And having her body on screen, there were actually instances where they manipulated the footage. This was when things were still on actual film. So they were stretching the film to make her look thinner. And, in Disney's, the way they saw it, they said they were protecting her. They wanted it to be flattering. But I think that's something now that we really aren't okay with, and there will be a lot more pushback to that happening now.
Huh. Was there any romance, or was there any concern about, preventing romance on set?
There were all kinds of romances. I mean, my book is called Disney High, and that's in reference to what a lot of these former child actors have referred to their time at Disney Channel as it was high school for them. So you're having relationships form, you're having breakups, you're having friendships come together and dissolve. And yes, there were, co-stars dating. There were, I think, famous instances, Miley Cyrus and Nick Jonas, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens in High School Musical. And so that's something that, yes, that's another tricky thing to navigate. So with Zac and Vanessa, for instance, you've got 3 films with your romantic leads dating. And if things fall apart before it's over, that can make things very complicated.
Were there some casting near misses, like someone that we might know by name that didn't get cast in these shows?
Yes, there's a lot. So for Hannah Montana, the singer JoJo, not JoJo Siwa, but JoJo, who sang the song Leave, Get Out in the 2000s, they approached her for the role of Hannah Montana and she turned it down. They were looking at all kinds of girls for that role. It came down to Taylor Momsen, who was later the little sister on Gossip Girl, and Daniela Monet, who was a co-star on Victorious. So what you often see is the near misses. Unfortunately, they don't always reach, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the level of fame that the kids who got the part on these Disney Channel shows did, because Disney Channel was such a massive platform and launched these careers in a way that other series and movies could not.
Well, the book is Disney High, The Untold Story of the Rise and Fall of Disney Channel's Tween Empire. You can get more on Ashley's website and socials. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.